So for me, it's like at some point, I would imagine at some point there has to be a reckoning when it comes to this issue. And this is why I wanted to talk to you about, because I believe that we can't go on like this for too long. Yes, it may seem as if this has continued and there is no end in sight, but I believe that with stories like yours, with what your family has gone through, with what we are seeing on social media now, where you can easily open up these cases for the whole world to see, right? It's not as if we're living back in the days where you couldn't talk about these things, but now if something happens like this, you can see it in an instant and know that this happened. And so for me, I guess I would ask this like this: what would be the for Shijoke now, for example, and for the campaign where is Shijoke? What would you say has been an eye opener for you when it comes to the police? Like, what would you say has shocked you? What would you say you didn't think that this was happening, but that's okay, this happened? Whether it's negative or positive, like, is it the cases that, and like you said yourself, is it the cases that were so much gorier than yours, or can you go into a bit
So,
more detail?
so throughout this West UK campaign that I am leading now, um, so many things jump at me. When people ask me like what jumps at you, a lot of things. When I did like July, I did a one-person protest here in Abuja at National Assembly. I also went to the police headquarters, and one of the things that kept on coming up, I was at the first headquarters where the IG of police is at, where the who is who of police is at. And what they told me was, have you gone to Human Rights Radio? If you go to Human Rights Radio, they will call the IG and the IG would. And I'm like, really? I am at the IG's door. He can literally see me if there's a CCTV camera. He could see me, but no, I have to go to Human Rights Radio. If Ordinary Ahmed is much more able to get justice for the average Nigerian from the police, then maybe he should be the IG of police so that he can receive the cases and do the right thing. There is no reason why people should have to go through that stress. If I go for Chijoke's issue to Ordinary Ahmed, for example, and get justice, what does justice look like in Ordinary Ahmed's court? It's calling the IG, and the IG is saying, okay, we'll look into it and all of that. What about other families who cannot come to Abuja and do it? Where would they stay? It's not like if you come to Abuja, you see Ordinary Ahmed the same day. There is a
Yeah,
queue, for
of
Christ's
course,
sake.
yeah,
There's a
100%.
queue that you have to stay for weeks
Yeah.
to get access to. Why do we have to go through that when there is a simple channel of writing a petition to the IG of police and having the IG read your petition and do something about it? In fact, this is a popular case that he has heard about, obviously. Because if he's refusing to see me, then he knows who I am. If that be the case, why is he not acting? Why do we have to wait? That's one of the things that jumped. But then also the callousness and like the flippancy of the police about people's life. When I went to the police headquarters on that Friday that I was doing my protest, and I was telling them about my brother's case, and I wanted to hold my placard. They said I can't hold my placard in front of the police force headquarters, that I must leave. And then one of them comes to me and says that he's just telling me this because he looks at me, I'm a young girl, he wants me to move on with my life. Your brother have died. He has died though. Nothing can be done. He say it's 10 years. What can happen again? He don't die now. That was it. That was what this person said, callously. And I'm looking at him like, wow, he has died. We should move on with our lives. As if this is a chicken that was killed to be eaten, or as if this is not my blood. You stare me in the eye and you say I should get on with my life. And I told myself, if it were not in front of the police headquarters, I'd for slap him. I would have been violent because I was that angry at him. The flippancy, the way he just said, human life is not important. And then in the course of my advocacy, I've also met people who have like gone through serious trauma. If you watch my documentary with Today, you might hear one lady that was saying the police were asking her to sleep with them
Yeah, yeah,
just to have access to her brother.
yeah.
And it's so crazy that you know that you have killed or disappeared this person, but you are willing to take advantage of their family members. They collected money from my parents to feed my brother, knowing fully well that my brother is not there or maybe dead or ever, right? But they collected money from my parents over and over and over again. Every time that they went to that station, they collected money from them. And this was the same thing they did to this family. Okay? And there's the other family that the mom died screaming her son's
Yeah, I remember,
name.
yeah, the two ladies. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember. Yes, yeah,
Onyemelu's family. It's so
yes.
hard for people to cope with things like this. It's so hard for people to live their life not knowing. It's not even just that you lost a brother or a sibling or a sister to police brutality. It's actually not knowing, like, is he really dead?
Yeah,
Am I hallucinating when I think I've seen someone that looks like him? What? Like, it is so painful. This is the thing. These are the things that keep me awake at night. Like, is the flippancy, the callousness, the ineffectiveness of the Nigerian police, is the wickedness that they mete out casually, so casually, like you're giving someone a cup of water. They don't care.
yeah.
Just like you say hello to someone, Nigerian police is willing to kill people and met out wickedness without even feeling it.
Your parents, how are they taking this? How have they, how since it happened? Like, how are they coping?
It's hard. But I can't really speak for my parents because I am not them. I can only say what I see
'Cause I can't
and
imagine.
how
Yeah,
painful it is for them to even talk about it.
yeah,
I mean, towards the documentary of Chide, they said that this is the last time they want to talk about it. They don't want to go on camera and talk about it anymore. They're done. They're tired. Because why? From 2020 till last year, we opened our family and our wound to people. Al Jazeera came to our house, stayed with us, went to my mom's church, everything when they went into every nook and cranny of our house. They went into Chijoke's room, had access to our albums of him and everything. You know, that kind of pain, eating that kind of pain. Washington Post, New York Times, everybody did their bit. And I'm very grateful for what these journalists have done. Put a torchlight on what has happened to my family. But it also meant that my parents had to relieve their pain. I speak from the part of a sibling, right? And I understand. I loved Chijoke. Chijoke loved me so much. Everybody in my family believed that Chijoke was my most favorite sibling. And he even told people that we are twins and everything. We were really close. But I can't imagine what it felt like for my mom to know that she'd never see this boy again. A child she carried for 9 months, fed, took to school, all of that. My dad, knowing that this is like my blood, my flesh, and everything gone. I can't imagine how they feel if I feel this way. So it's been hard for everybody. There was a time we don't say Chijoke's name in the house because they are scared of triggering people. It's recently from 2020 that we decided to start like talking about him, and my mom said, "You know what? I'm done. I'm done staying in the morning. I'm just going to try to be happier in my life," and it's not easy.
yeah. Because for me, I just try to sometimes put myself in the shoes of a parent who loses their child, and for me, it's one of the things that is heartbreaking with Nigeria. That this has been going on for so many years now, and there seems to be a lack of recognition that from the government that we need to hold this and grab it by the throat and stop police brutality. Like, it seems to be as if let's just be living life and let's just be having fun. Let's keep selling the money. Life will keep going on and people will keep dying, and it's just the way it is. There seems to be no, like, okay, how do we redeem this situation? How do we resolve it? How do we salvage this one?
They
Because
are not
the
affected.
heartbreak at some point has to be too much.
They're not affected.
Like, the bloodshed has to be too much, and I don't just know because it's
You
painful.
empathize because
Yeah,
there is a possibility of it happening to you. I don't want it to happen to you
yeah, I
ever.
don't want,
It
yeah,
would never happen to you. But like, if push comes to shove and it happens, nothing would actually happen,
and that's
right?
and that's
And
and
that
that's the
is the
scary.
reason why you can understand and you want
That's the
something. You
scary
want, yeah,
part.
it's the
Yeah,
scary part. But that is also the reason why you want this to end. You want actions to be taken for the political class. nothing like that would happen to them. I'm not saying the political class, the people that just found their way in. I mean,
Yeah, no
the
one.
hegemony,
Yeah,
the
the
ones
elites.
who
Yeah,
are already that are there,
yeah,
the
yeah,
elites
yeah.
proper. It can't happen to them. So why should they do anything? In fact, the police is their tool that they use
Yeah,
to oppress.
of course.
So if you tell them to take action, you're asking them to take action against themselves. They like what the police is doing. They want us to be scared of the police. They like the fear and the disdain we have for the
Yeah,
police. So they use the police to hurt us. And the police are not better of themselves. They are not.
yeah.
But